Hey guys, it's Goodrows with Goodrows Adventures, and how the heck are you doing today? Man, it's a gorgeous day here in Washington State. Oh man, the summer's here. You cannot beat the outdoors and hiking. It's wonderful here. Recommend doing the Wonderland Trail. If you've never done it here in Washington, definitely try to get your permits for next year. Well, today I am doing a review on a sock that was sent to me by LeakDry. They offer a waterproof sock for that way when we're doing creek and waterproof crossings. They sent it to me a while back. Unfortunately, I got really sick. It affected my lungs, my air breathing, all that, and I lost my voice and I was down for a while. And then, believe it or not, just as I started getting better, my voice started coming back. The bacteria or the infection I had infected my eyes, so I was down again. The company's been waiting for me to get this done for them, and I'm finally feeling good. I'm finally going to be able to do it. I'm going to test these socks out and see if they are really waterproof and good for hiking. The company is LeakDry. You can see here, waterproof by LeakDry. You may have seen some of their commercials on social media. That's how I found them. It's 3 layers constructions. They say they're waterproof, breathable, windproof, germ-proof. That's interesting. Keeping you warm, durable, and quick dry. They say the waterproofness is 8,000, and then the breathability is 10,000 plus. I contacted them about that, and their numbers were actually higher that they gave me in an email. So we'll check that out for sure as well. This says the outer layer is 98% nylon, 2% elastane. I don't know what elastane is. The inner liner is a waterproof breathable membrane. The inner layer is 70% bamboo and 30% nylon. So yeah guys, it's been a while since I did any reviews. I'm actually excited to do this review for LeakDry. Like I said, they sent it to me to do it. I told them if I do this review for them, and because they gave me this product, I will be 100% truthful. So if it sucks, I will say it sucks, and they are aware of that. But if it's actually a good product, I'm going to say it's a good product as well. So yeah, so let's get this package opened up and see what these socks look like here. Man, it's warm out here today for us Washingtonians. So you can see it's just a regular package like that. Here's what the socks are looking like. They don't feel too bad. The outer lining feels pretty comfortable. Not too thick. I'll get you a little close up here. You can kind of see a little bit of it here. It doesn't seem, a little bit of a stitching line here, but the whole thing about that is on the inside. If you can feel that stitching line on the inside, because that'll be a big part of blisters or not when it comes to those stitching lines sometimes. But it feels good. Let me break this little part. I'm going to turn it inside out here. And there's what the inside kind of looks like. So, and it feels pretty comfortable just by the touch. I do feel some seams right here. If you can see it. I don't know if my camera is picking it up or not. I feel a little seam right there and some right here from the inside. So over a long distance that may create a little friction. I don't know. But like I said, we're going to get it tested out. We're going to put them on and see how they feel, get in some water and test all that out. But yeah, those are the LeakDry socks. These are the they say these are ankle ones. They do have knee-high ones. If you're crossing rivers and stuff, I'd prefer the knee-high ones over this. But for now, this is the ones they sent me, and these are the ones that we're going to try out. All right, so let's get these on and go give them a try. All right, guys, so we're going to try the socks, see how they feel when I put them on. These are a large, which the large is a 9.5 to a 12. Let's see what they feel like. Don't feel too bad. They're not as snug as I would like them to be. but they're on there. They're a little loose in the back right here, but a little elastic right there. You can kind of see a little bit of play. But around here, they feel good. A little loose right in here, but that's good. Alright guys, so we're down here next to the river. We're going to get into this water with these socks. I got them on, they feel pretty decent. But yeah, let's just jump right in and see how they feel real quick. So here's the river. You can see I got them on. And step in here a little bit. Now this water is pretty cold, you know, it's still a lot of snow melt coming down on this river. The water doesn't feel too freezingly cold with the socks on, so that's kind of nice. They do, the bottom of my feet feel like they're getting a little wet, but that may be just because of the cold temperature, like I was saying. I'm going to try to keep just the feet in the water and not go above the sock line here. So I want to pull them off here and see if there's any water inside. If there's not, then I will go step up above here to see what happens then. But yeah, so far they're not feeling too bad though, but we're gonna go pull them off and see what the inside looks like. All right, here's a nice dry surface. I got the socks turned inside out. I'm just gonna put them down here real quick, do a couple pressing, and no wet spots, so that's good. That's a good sign. So we're gonna, my feet don't feel wet really, so we're gonna now go back, turn these back the normal way, and I'm gonna go above the sock line and see what happens. All right, so that first initial one, I feel a little damp, but like I said, I think it's just from the cold weather. I put it on a little dry surface right there. I didn't see no damp marks get on that dry warm table. So now we're gonna go above the sock line and see if water will seep in that way. Let's give that a try. So I'm gonna go this way. So we're there, still feeling pretty good. And now we're gonna go deeper. Okay, we're now above, and I see bubbles. You see those bubbles? So that tells me that whatever air or whatever there, water seeping in. But we'll find out here in a minute. Just gonna stand here for a couple seconds, walk around, and see what it does. I don't want to go too far out there because I'll go too deep, and I ain't trying to get real deep into that water yet. Just want to get that down in there and see the air bubbles. See those air bubbles? So that tells me that water is, well, air's coming out. And water's probably seeping in. But we'll find out here in a second. You can see this while we're, it's pretty muddy. I'm just gonna walk back and forth here a couple times. You can really see air bubbles. See those air bubbles? So hopefully water's not seeping in too bad, but these are only anklet ones. If you're doing a real water crossing through river and stuff, you're gonna want to get those high ones. So yeah, all right. We was in here for a couple minutes now. Let's get out and take them off and see what happens. I'm gonna walk in these just for a couple minutes because it feels like my feet are wet. But I think that's because it seeped through the top of the sock. So I'm just gonna let it, if there's any water in there, I want it to work through so that when I pull the sock off to test it, we'll know. But we're gonna pull them off now. You can see this table nice and dry. This is where I'm gonna do the test at. All right guys, I got the socks off. I turned them inside out. I'm gonna do a couple presses on this table, both sides here. They're wet. You'll see the wet mark. See the wet mark? Nice and dry. Flip it over. Wet mark. Wet mark. All right guys, so far if your top of the sock does not go all the way underwater, just the initial testing, just walking around that a little bit, your feet seems to stay dry. I'm going to give it a couple more tries after I let the inside of these dry out. But as soon as I got that water above that sock line, you saw the air bubbles, water instantly start going in. So yeah, I'm gonna do more testing with them and I will get back to you. So we're actually gonna walk over to this creek that over there, and we're gonna get up in the creek and see how they feel. So far they're feeling good, just walking on north. You can see. So just walking around in them, feel kind of good. So that might be good, like if you have running shoes on or something and it's on a wet, rainy day, you don't want your feet wet. I think it would be perfect for that, for sure. But yeah, so yeah, I'm gonna go over here, and once we get in this creek, into these woods and stuff, we'll give them a try out there. Alright guys, so the part I was gonna go to, I guess, is closed for trail maintenance to clear a bunch of trees that were blowing down and stuff. But we do have this part I am gonna try, and then some other parts of the creek over there. So let's just jump right into it and see how it works. So once again, I'm just walking in. Now I know this water is really cold, so it kind of gives a little bit of a wet feeling. So like I said before, if I go above this line here, the water will actually seep into the socks. So if you actually want waterproof socks, I recommend getting the knee-high ones for deeper crossings. But the reason I'm doing this, because this water is kind of, see, it's getting close there. I'm just trying to put some pressure on and walk through this water a little bit. So you can see they're drenched, and my feet feel like they're wet inside, but they're not actually from the last test. But like I said, I'll try these again when I take the socks off. I think it's just because of the coldness of the water that makes it feel a little wet, but I know that that water is actually way colder, so the socks are actually kind of keeping my feet a little warm and making it tolerable within that water. But we're going to keep walking through this water and see how it goes and how it plays out with it. I just got to make sure I don't go above that part of the socks. If I do, water rushes into the sock. So let's try another crossing here and see how it goes. All right, we're going to step in here. That. Okay, see, it's getting right up to the tops there, so I got to be careful. By going higher than that, it's going to seep in. So like I said, get the knee-high ones if you're going to do waterproof socks for sure. Because if you're a hiker and you're doing water crossings, you're definitely going to be in water like this deep. I'm trying not to get above that part because I don't want it to get wet inside. Let's just keep going here. All right, there you go. You can see they're nice and drenched. Now I'm just gonna walk around with these. Actually, I'm gonna walk back to my vehicle now that they're soaking wet like that. I'm not gonna take them off to test see if there's water or anything in there. I'll do it when I get to my car. I just want to walk in them as they're wet like this to see how they feel on a nice little walk, being soaked and stuff. And then when we get back to the car, we'll take them off and see if they got wet or not. All right, so we just got back to the car. I'm gonna take these off and see anything. They don't feel wet. My feet don't. We'll take this other one off real quick. We're gonna turn them inside out. That, and I'm just going to throw them on the hood of my car where it's nice and dry. And see if the hood of my car gets wet. You can see where it's nice and dry right here on my hood. So here we go. Nothing. I just flipped the sock back over and that's wet. You can see, look at that. That's the outside of it. So the inside's not wet at all, just the outside. Some dirty water too. So that's good to know. And like I said, here's this one still turned out. Squeezing it, nothing. Alright guys, so in conclusion, you can tell I'm standing in the water with the socks on right now. The water's feeling great with them. They're not the thermals, but believe it or not, they actually make the water feel pretty tolerable and warm to be in, where sometimes if you go to get in cold water, you're like, ooh, cold, cold. No, I was able to walk right in perfectly fine. It's doing great. These socks, in short, do keep your feet dry. You just do not allow them to go above the cuff. If you are a hiker, I really do recommend the knee-high socks for your water crossings to really help out. If you're an out and back type hiker, Definitely just buy 2 different sizes. The size that should fit you according to your shoe size, and then the size smaller, and see which one feels better to you. Like I said, these feel just a little loose on me, but of course, me personally, I like my socks nice and snug. Some others don't. So that's just a personal preference. And just return the one that doesn't feel great to you. I'm pretty sure the company will accommodate that. They won't mind, because it's getting their products out there and they're still making a sale. But yeah, out and back hikers, if it's on a rainy, wet day, you may be able to wear them all day long. If not, if it's a hot day, like last year I did a hike that was 110 degrees and stuff. I was perspiring so much. There were some water crossings. I probably would not want to wear these socks on there, even though they are breathable and they allow some moisture to get out on a hot day like that. At the type of energy levels I'm exerting and stuff, and the sweat that was pouring out, it would not have been good. My feet would not have been happy with me. Long distance hikers, where you're staying out over multiple nights and stuff with a lot of water crossings, that really gets a little bit more breakdown into waterproofness and shoes and boots and all that. I would probably recommend, if you do have your water shoes on you and you want to keep your feet dry, it's a pain in the ass, I know, to change out and all that, but go ahead and get your non-waterproof shoes on, put these on, cross the waters, and on the other side, just change back into your normal stuff. Your feet are going to be dry once you get off the other side. So you're not going to have to really pull out a towel and dry off your feet to slip on your other ones. Like I said, I'm standing here now. They're not a bad sock at all. I would tell you if they were bad, like I said, the water does seep in over the cuff and stuff. They're a little loose, so there are some things there. So I don't know how happy the company is with me saying all that, but I'm trying to be truthful. They're a very affordable waterproof sock. Trail runner, snowshoeing. If you're snowshoeing, snowboarding, all that, definitely get the Mountaineer thermal ones. They'll keep your feet dry, but also with the warmth, because you do not want to get your, I just heard something behind me. You do not want to get cold. Definitely feet, right? So if you're going to do any type of snow stuff, get the thermals and all that to keep your feet dry. But yeah, overall, thank you to LeakDry for allowing me to do this video and the written review. If you want to see the long written review, it's at Goodrows Adventures on Facebook. LeakDry also posted it with the link on their page. You can probably find it on there as well. Also like my page on Instagram at Goodrows_Adventures, the YouTube page which you're watching now, and there is a podcast. Only one episode's been out. It was more of a trial, and it really sucked because I was messing around with sound qualities and all that stuff, and I just left it on there. I should have probably deleted it, but I didn't. But number 2 is going to be coming out, and I'll definitely be talking about more of waterproofing clothing, these socks, shoes, waterproofing shoes versus non-waterproof shoes and all that. So it should be coming out here within next 2 weeks. I recommend listening to that, especially I'll be talking about these if you want to hear more about these socks. Not much more to say. Yeah, they keep your feet dry. That's all it's really about, right? That's what you wanted to know. They'll do that. Fishermen, kayakers, anklets like I got on will probably be just, well, no, fishermen, you're going to want the knee height for deeper waters unless you got your waders. If you got waders, there's no point of having these socks on because your wader's going to be all the way up here. But normal stream like this or lake fishing, you probably just buy the knee height and step right in like I saw some kids way over there doing. Yeah, no, thank you guys. Appreciate you watching. Let me know in the comments what you thought. If you want to see more videos like this, definitely let me know. I'll hit up more companies to see if they'll let me review. And appreciate you guys. Happy hiking. So I just want to show you guys, I just got out the water, so these are drenched on the outside, right? Not the inside. I'm going to show you how easy it is. See, I don't got to grab a towel because my feet are dry. And I'm going on to just my normal other socks. I'm going to slip them on because they're not wet. And continue on. It's that easy without the towel because my feet are dry.
Now, unfortunately, because I did that, they're dirty, so, you know, want to shake them off and all that. And voila, just like that, I was able to change out, put on the other pair for my regular hiking boots or something, just like that, and I'm on my way into dry feet. So yeah, hiking. Hope you liked the video once again. I know it's like a double ending video, but I just thought about that and wanted to do that. Appreciate you guys, and yeah, once again, happy hiking. It's Goodrows Adventures coming at you.